I'm Alex Fiallo. I used to be a homeless guy out there. I'm a recovering addict.
Hi, I'm Taylor Barshney. I stay at Chapman. I'm currently homeless at the moment.
Cleveland Bell, President and CEO of Riverside House and a board member of the Homeless Trust. My homelessness was resulted from the fact that growing up as a young kid, I just had difficulties adjusting to society. I had difficulties within the landscape in which I lived. I grew up a very creative kind of kid. I grew up in a town and a place that was not very creative oriented. And so as a result, the things that I saw as creative came across as problems to others.
But I always pretended I was happy. I always had my smile. Taylor's always smiling, and I was popular because of that. I always smiled, but I felt like I run the world, like nothing could destroy me. I was indestructible. I felt like I had the whole world at my hands, and I owned it. And then I don't know what happened.
I had dreams as a kid, all these big dreams. I was gonna be successful and all that. And I remember smoking weed. Weed was my first drug of choice. I smoked some weed. Oh my God, I'm the king. This is great. I feel good. Back then, weed gave you the munchies. It's not as strong as it is now. And I was like, oh my God. And for me, smoking that weed started a whole thing with, I could do this little bit of drugs, or I could do this, and I could do that. Then I didn't really care about my homework that much no more because it wasn't that important.
At first, I tried to maintain a lifestyle of control, and of course, I didn't have the ability to be a functioning alcoholic or addict. For me, I was one of those kind of guys that if you were gonna get high, it should be a full-time occupation. Why go in it half-ass, Just go all the way. Of course, that turned out to be not a very good idea.
A lot of the teenagers, they think they know what the streets are, and then when they really become involved in it, it's a whole nother world. It's scary. There's, those drugs, everyone's on drugs. They're on this thing called Molly down in Florida City. It's bad. It's taking people's lives. It ruined my life, and I wasn't even on it. My son's father was. It took all our money, everything, and it caused him to get abusive. He was not really that abusive before, until he got heavy on the drugs. The more drugs he did, the more he would be abusive towards me physically, mentally. It was bad. And he doesn't even know the torture he put me through. But I do. And he's living his life on those drugs numb, but I live every day with the pain of it.
When I was in the street, wherever neighborhood I was at is where I would sleep. Like I didn't have a corner that I slept under a bridge. Wherever I was at that time, I slept. A lot of times I slept in Overtown or on the 17th Street Bridge, under the bridge there. But the street just got me. It was like I became an animal living in the street, like animal level stuff.
But before jail, I had plenty of time to get my act together. There were plenty of people tried to reach out to me. My mom tried to reach out. My family, everybody tried to reach out to me. I questioned their motive because I was so, at this point, it's almost like I was a stray animal. I had became accustomed to living life on my terms, under the way that I wanted to live life. I no longer took advice from anybody. I made all my decisions because, in a funny way, I thought I knew it all.
It's bad. People get hooked on drugs on the street because they feel like they have no other choice. They think it numbs the pain. It doesn't. It causes more pain, especially to the people who love you, who aren't on it. The streets are not okay. Your best bet the moment you become homeless is go to a shelter and get help to get on your feet. I waited 4 years before I went to the shelter, and I lost everything. Everything I owned, my children, my family, I lost it all. all my friends, they abandoned me because I was trapped in that abuse. Like, I was 100% alone. I lost it all, and I wasn't even on the drugs. It's like, it's so easy for you to get wrapped up with bad people on the street because you think they're helping you. They're not helping you. They're using you.
Thank God that today I thank God I got caught, because I could have kept going, or even worse, I could have been dead. It's a miracle that I'm here. And by no way, shape, form, or fashion am I saying that's the right way. In fact, it was the wrong way. In fact, I've spent the last 50 years of my life saying that. That's why I do what I do, is to say to them, I made a serious mistake, was given an opportunity, I was given a second chance. And boy, I'm not gonna take that for granted, nor am I gonna blow it. But no, by no means would I encourage anyone to go through that. Because you know what? Some of my friends who was on that trail with me are not here today. They didn't survive. They did not survive.
And I remember when I was in the courtroom, because the judge kept trying to see me get through the past. Like, he was trying to get me to stay clean, and I just couldn't. I get sent somewhere and I leave, end up in the street again. I go back crying wolf, I need help, because I did that before. That's why my mom didn't believe it. I'm back in the courtroom. The judge sent me the better way. I ran into this man, Daddy T. He said, you have to work the 12 steps. You got to get all that dirt and everything you did out of your system if you want to become a man and you want to live in society like a normal human being. And I didn't think it was possible. I definitely did not think it was possible. Not for me.